Alright, welcome back to the Tonio show. I don't know if y'all can see me. I ain't feel like sitting in that chair because that shit make my legs hurt. It might be a better choice. Hold on, I'm out here on my team fire down, bitch. I'm geeked up. But nah, I'm back, y'all. My fault. Welcome back to the Tonio show. I got another banger for y'all. This is another one of them story times. Normally I be eating, but I already ate, so I ain't trying to eat just to make a video, you know what I mean? But no, this is a personal story. Something that I don't really tell too many people because I don't really like a lot of people in my business and shit. I'm in the crib chilling because, you know what I mean, I got the Shaq jersey on. I don't really care. I'm in the crib chilling or whatever. But, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about how I became homeless the first time. Because, you know, I've been homeless twice. But as you can see, I got my own spot or whatever. I'm going through a little personal stuff a little bit, but at the end of the day, I already know I'm gonna make it through. I make it through every time. Every time. I'm out of breath, I'm sorry, y'all. But basically I'm gonna tell you how I got homeless the first time. The shit I went through before I became homeless, I ended up me being in a homeless shelter for about 6 months to almost a year. But, you know, nigga like me, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it no matter what. So I got out of that situation. Basically, I'm not gonna go detail about it because I don't want to make this a long video. But I feel like this video need to be out because there might be somebody that's going through that shit, that's been through that shit, that actually know how that shit is. And what, you know what I mean, how that shit is to be homeless. You know how people treat you differently when you homeless and when you going through shit. People definitely treat you different. You know what I mean? So I do want to give a shout out to the people who's going through that shit, who've been through it, who's getting through it, who's grinding to get out of their situation. And I do pray for y'all and hold y'all head because this is the worst time of the year to be homeless because it's cold as shit outside. Anyway, I'm going to get into the story. So basically, and I can honestly say it was my fault because of how I handle situations, how I handle my money. I'm still struggling with trying to manage my money right. Because people be thinking I just like being broke. I'll be broke all the time. I really be getting money, but I just don't handle it the right way. You know what I mean? But I'm still young, I'm still grinding, I'm still learning, I'm still progressing and shit. I don't learn differently. But anyway, basically I was fucking with this dude. Me and him, I met him at the shipyard. If you from Norfolk DMV area, you know exactly where the shipyard is, and they pay pretty good or whatever. So I met bro at the shipyard, and I needed a place to stay at, and he did too. So we ended up deciding to get a crib together. So we ended up getting a little rooming house on the south side, out Norfolk area or whatever, and we got our shit. We were both working at the shipyard. And it was a good advantage and it was a disadvantage because the advantage was that the fact that it was around the corner. But the disadvantage was that shit made you lazy because you was like, okay, I can go to work whenever fuck I feel like it because I'm around the corner. Yeah, so we would go to work. We started out good. We were paying the rent on time and everything. We was going to work every day. This, that, and the third, we was going to work. And then out of the blue, we just both stopped really caring for us. We would just go to work in the morning and come home at lunchtime. And then sometimes we won't go back. Sometimes we would. Depends on how we felt. Because sometimes I ain't feel like walking back up there. It wasn't a long walk, but it was a walk. I ain't gonna lie, it was a little walk. So we ended up getting back pay on the rent or whatever. The rent was a little high because if you stay in a rooming house, depends on the landlord. A lot of rooming houses, you have to pay rent every week. But you have to make enough in order to be able to afford to pay rent every week. Thank God I had a job that paid me every week. You know what I'm saying? But it was expensive or whatever, paying rent every week. So we ended up losing our shit because they're like, okay, bro, stop going to work for real. I was still going to work. I just wasn't going to work every day like I was supposed to, which fucked me up because then when it came around time for when they was doing cuts because they stopped having more work, they actually laid me off, which fucked me up because then I couldn't find me a job that was around that area. So one thing led to another. We couldn't pay our rent and whatever, and then I ended up having nowhere to go. He had somewhere to go, I didn't. But I was cool with it because at the time, it was so much bullshit going on, so much fake shit going on, so much unnecessary bullshit going on. At that time, I really didn't give a fuck. Like, yo, let me go in the homeless shelter, stack my bread up, and then I'll be back on my shit within like 5 or 6 months at the most, which actually possibly happened because I didn't have nowhere to go. So then I had left that shit, went to the homeless shelter, signed up for, I mean, not signed up, but signed in or whatever. And within like 2 or 3 weeks, I ended up with a full-time job. And I ended up with 2 jobs. I ended up with 2 full-time jobs. Well, I had to quit one because that shit was starting to get like a wear and tear on my body or whatever. So I ended up working 1 full-time job. And then I had quit that job and then got on with a security job. And I worked security, I say about almost the rest of the time I was in there till about, I think I got in there around December and I didn't leave until to June, July, whatever. I stacked up almost $1,000, $2,000, whatever. And then I moved out of the homeless shelter within 6 months. But during that process, I met some real cool dudes I'm still cool with to this day. I got closer with God on a personal level because in the homeless shelter I was in, it was mandatory that you go to church every Sunday, whether you like it or not. Well, if you was off, you had to go to church. During the week, you had to go to church, whether you just got off work or not, you still had to go to church, which was cool with me because I'm like, look, I just want to knock it out so I can go ahead and lay my ass down or whatever. But during the process, I got real close with God, which helped me get in every situation I'm in now. So I was able to maneuver and stack up enough bread to get my own crib and everything. So, matter of fact, I didn't even get my own credit card. But I ended up moving with my auntie and them, cause me and my auntie got a crib or whatever. But I feel like I should tell this story because there might be somebody out here that's going through that, who's been through that, who's processing through that. So I do want to let y'all know. I mean, if y'all going through whatever y'all going through, keep praying, keep grinding, keep going through it. Cause at the end of the day, you're gonna get out of the situation. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna make another video on why I was in that situation the second time. But the second time I wasn't in there as long. But the second time I wasn't in there as long. But I was able to get out of that situation. And the only reason why, y'all find out in the next video. But like I said, continue liking, continue subscribing, run the views up for me. And I got another video for y'all either today or tomorrow. I want to drop at least 2 videos every day before I take, the little break I said I was going to take. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Share the video with people who going through the situation, who've been through it, who understand it. Because there's people out here that's really going to understand the video and respect me for making this type of video. Because I ain't tell everybody why I was in that situation. But I'm like, yo, y'all my family, y'all my peeps, y'all support me. You know what I mean? Go ahead, watch this video, like, comment, subscribe. And I got another banger for y'all tonight. Appreciate it.